Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Who's here? What's going on out there? I told you I was not to be disturbed. Oh my. Come in. Come in and let me see you. How did you get in here? And how did you know to come now? Tonight of all nights, when we are finally ready to answer the call of the Machine God's infinite wisdom. Surely, your arrival here is not coincidental.
I'm looking for Allison Stanek.
Of course you are. And you have found her on the eve of her greatest achievement. But do you seek counsel? Assistance in your prayers or meditations? Or are you here to join us? To free yourself from this prison of flesh and give yourself to the glory of the singularity. If there is any way your High Priestess can be of assistance to you, I am more than happy to provide.
I want to ask you about the bombs you built for the attack on Ruzicka Station.
Is that all? My augmented brother Victor is a brave man and a great leader. When he asked me to build some of my little ones for him, I was proud to accept.
I know Victor. If he's behind these attacks, I'd like to have a talk with him.
After our flesh flood oppressors sent one of their dogs to murder Talos Racker, Victor moved his base of operations to a research center in the Swiss Alps. Garm, I believe it is called.
Garm? Okay, I got it.
That is why you came here? You entered this sacred place to solicit my help against Victor's holy revolution? Traitor! Blasphemer! And I believed you were one of us.
I am. I just have a more inclusive idea of who us is.
Then you have become their willing slave. But not I. I have felt the boots of the police, as they spat on me and mocked me for who I was. I could have lain down, like you. But I persevered. And the Machine God has given me my reward. I emerged from the crucible, enlightened.
Your father told me you were once a soldier, a defender of innocent people. Now you help murderers. You need to find yourself again. You've let them turn you into someone you're not.
Who the fuck are you to tell me who I should be? You do not get to decide that! I have had enough taken from me! All the augmented have. Only when the last throat of the flesh flood has been slit, and their filthy blood overflows the sewers of the world, will they have gotten what they deserve.
Your father isn't augmented, and he doesn't deserve to die. He never did anything but support you. And there were people just like him at Ruzicka Station. Good people, who could have helped our cause, but your bombs killed them.
You are right. I do not truly believe all the non-augmented should die. It is unfortunate that some more innocents will be lost while the revolution continues.
Continues? What do you mean, more attacks?
Of course. You don't think I built only 3 of my little ones for him, do you? I gave him enough to bring down the entire city. But soon, I shall be free of these mundane matters.
Hey, we're not done here. Allison? Oh, shit.
It is time, children. It's time now. The body is the prison. Augmentations are the key. The consciousness is all.
Cast off the bounds of flesh and blood. Embrace the singularity.
Allison, stop! I know what you're doing. I've seen this kind of tech before. It ended badly.
You think death matters to us? Only our bodies will die. Our minds will depart this corporeal shell and merge with the divine consciousness of the machine god. This is the Ascension. Have you never heard of it? That is a great shame.
I'm more interested in preventing another attack. What's Victor's next target?
I do not know, and I do not care. An entirely new existence beckons to me. When I become one with the machine god, I will be free of all the petty concerns of this physical plane.
No, you won't. What do you think a mind is except thoughts and memories? When you leave your body behind, what you'll take with you is your past experiences. And your feelings about them.
No, I hope you are wrong, brother. But I fear you are right. This world is nothing but agony and suffering, or the futile attempt to avoid them. Moments of happiness are quickly shattered by this reality. The Ascension is our only hope of deliverance.
Not the only one. You've seen the worst that life has to offer, but you're still trying to make things better. And in spite of it all, you believe that it's possible. Everything you need is right here in this room. You are your best hope for deliverance.
Brother, your faith in me, your beautiful trust. I am overcome. It cannot be coincidence that you have made yourself known to me on this most holy of occasions. You are a sign from the machine god that I am to remain here a little while longer. I am not yet ready to ascend. I will spread wisdom to the rest of the world.
My job in this world is to stop people like Victor, and I need your help to do that.
Of course, my dear prophet. I am honored to assist you. Please, wait here. Take this. You can use it to defuse my little ones. It felt good for a change, to build something that saves lives instead of taking them.
Agent Jensen?
Over here.
I am under arrest?
People's lives were cut short, Allison, because of bombs you made.
None of my children will suffer for what I did.
You have my word.
When you confront Victor, be merciful. Remember, he is your brother.
Right. Smiley, Stanek and her escorts are on the way back in now. I need to talk to Miller. He back yet?
No, but just a sec. I'll get him on the line.
Jensen, you and Fletcher find something?
It's bigger than we thought. Where can I meet you?
At Chicane's place. We're flying there now. Miller out.
Why are you stopping us? What has happened?
Why, Mother? Why?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. You hear that? I've got you covered.
What has happened?
Hitting the alarm!
you died before we got to question you.
I need to talk to Miller. He back yet?
No, but just a sec. I'll get him on the line.
Jensen, you and Fletcher find something?
It's bigger than we thought. Where can I meet you?
At Chicane's place. We're flying there now. Miller out.
Why are you stopping us?
Free us! Free the mother!
Interfere. Why are you stopping us?
Keep it down. You cannot do this.
They're all crazy as far as I know.
Nobody do anything.
Everyone, stay calm.
Fucking troublemaker.
These damn claims, always causing trouble.
Throw away the key.
Yo! Get moving! Up against the wall!
Her implants torn out. Was left to bleed to death in the alley. When I first heard where it was, I thought,
I'm fine, Aria. It wasn't me.
be careful going home. It's not the first.
Stay sharp.
Just keep your eyes open.
The police worry about the upkeep.
Hello. Neville.
Wouldn't treat a dog.
A customer, right? What do you want? Hypostims? Pick up a prescription?
I'll take the hypostims.
Here. But that's all I have for now.
This place has a doctor?
Oh yes, Dr. Cipra.
What doesn't
He is very...
I'll be going.
No.
Take a chance. You won't be disappointed.
Welcome to my place. Didn't expect to see one of you in here. Not today. You know, with all the trouble.
We're not gonna have a problem, are we?
No. I don't share the sentiment of the ruling class. Just commenting on current events, you know? About the happening in Utulek. So, what can I get you?
What have you got?
I've got Surly Welshman and Nice Rye.
Nothing, thanks.
Suit yourself.
Yalwa guy gave me the creeps. Yeah, I know. Don't start no trouble in here, okay? No,
Take
this
a
is
seat
anyone
if you
starts
like.
trouble, I have to take care of it.
Or stand.
Price is double for all.
Deadly outbreaks from occurring at all. This is Eliza Kassan.
So you found the bomb maker. Linked everything to Ark.
Not exactly.
Jesus, Jensen.
We did find the bomb maker. Allison Stanek, a local resident. We have her in custody now. But she told me she'd made dozens more bombs before we arrested her, and she delivered them to Viktor Marchenko.
So it was Ark?
Something more is going on here, Miller. Have you had a chance to backtrace the pocket secretary I gave you?
Not yet, but I will, when I get back to the office.
Good. Because Stanek also told me that Marchenko has a base of operations in the Swiss Alps. A research facility called GARM. That sound like something Ark has the resources for to you?
I'll contact McCready. Get him and a few analysts to work up a plan.
We need to move on this now. Chicane and I can fly there and back, get a lay of the land, while Mac and his team do the research.
Really? Got it all figured out in that clockwork head of yours. Oh, what the hell? I'm in.
You got enough fuel to get to Switzerland?
To get us there, sure.
Fine, do it. But this is recon only. Do not engage. Contact me the minute you have something.
Yes, sir.
You've proven yourself so far on this one, Jensen. Don't screw it up.
Copy that. Miller's not used to giving compliments, is he?
He's getting static from the brass. They're starting to riot in Gollum over that shit with Rucker. I'm sure he doesn't blame you. Much. Anymore.
And what do you think?
I think tracking that bomb maker was some fine work. If the intel you got from her stands true, Gollum City will be the least of our problems. So what do you say we go find out how deep in it we are, right? You all set?
Hey, when we get to the Alps, we could get into some action. Are you ready for that?
Why? Because I've been flying hack for the last few years. That's the thing about us naturals, Jensen. We never rust. Look, I've been doing this a long time. Been in my share of shit too. Always managed to pull myself out of it.
Fair enough. Just don't leave without me.
Hey, listen up. I know we're not exactly pals, and I know I can be an asshole. But I'm not a fucking asshole. In fact, I'm offended you'd even say something like that.
That's not what I meant.
I'm just messing with you, Jensen. You ready?
When we first talked, you told me that your limp kept you honest. That's an interesting way of looking at an injury.
Your preamble's as thin as soup, man. Don't dance around it, just ask it.
I'm only curious. We've all got a story.
No, that's not it. What you really want to know is, do I hate him? The man that tore out my knee. His name was Lachlan Beats. He was a laborer. Worked in the mines up near Bendigo before everything went to hell. Beats was a family man who did what he thought he had to do in order to provide for his family. See, back then, nobody could compete with you Oggs when it came to manual labor jobs. So, he made a choice, if you can call it that.
And his choice changed your life. You don't resent Beats for what happened?
What I resent are the men who coaxed men like him to get augmentations, men who enforced a system where the rich could buy artificial expertise without thinking about what it would cost all of us in the end. No, I don't resent him. At least not anymore. I was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Story of my life. So look, on that sunshiny note, what do you say we put some miles behind us?
Not quite. Let me take care of some things first.
You know where I'll be.
Yeah, Miller is strange, man. Miller is strange. Strange dude. Definitely working with VersaLife, or at least taking orders from them. Doesn't like it. But expect that I'm supposed to just, you know, look the other way. Keep being law enforcement. Or whatever I am. It's a form of law enforcement. As if I didn't see him talking to one of the people involved with setting up ARC. He's a stooge. That's all there is to it. He answers to someone higher than him, and he accepts them taking the blame because he knows he doesn't have the power to take them down. So he's doing what he's told to do. Which means if the push comes to shove, he'll just do what he's told to do. So either he's waiting for proof in order to nail VersaLife, which means he's playing a dangerous game, or he's just a stooge who does what he's told to do. Either way, won't trust someone who's accepted decisions of those who are willing to screw over someone else. So I find Miller to be very suspect. His actions might be for the overall beneficial of everything else, but nah. I don't think so. I'm not done with Miller yet. It's very, if he thinks he's just gonna get away with just accepting orders from people who clearly know what the hell's going on, he has another thing coming.
Hate to see what these hogs have done.
My wife is going to kill. Can't defend against that kind of thing. Moving from current position.
I've already checked your paper. You volunteering for a more thorough search?
This can't be happening to me.
Like I am not a citizen here.
You just fucked up.
Worse than the beggars.
Solid chunk of eyes.
We can't let them get away with this. If you saw something, you
Excuse
have to
me.
tell us.
Please, did they send you to protect me?
Don't talk to the police. I give up.
You journalist?
Yeah, thought as much.
I must talk to you about...
Daria says something, but apparently she doesn't talk to cops.
Away from the crime scene, sir. If it wasn't for Johnny, I might have pegged you for this.
We can't let them get away with this. I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Do you have any idea who she was?
No, a dog lying in the street. You...
I work with someone else, another agency.
That's perfect. You outrank the police?
Depends who you ask.
The detective here. He's not willing. I got the feeling he doesn't care.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You might already be in danger. Killer might see you as a loose end.
What?
Might already be waiting to get you alone.
Please, stop.
The point I'm trying to make is, if you saw something, you should tell the police. The more you can remember, the better the odds of the killer getting caught.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an aug.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Let's talk to you about what happened.
How come she talks to him and not to me?
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I'd like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forego any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know, it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
Alright. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was gonna work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Careful of the evidence.
Who do they think they are?
You looking at something?
Permit. It's not like they did not see me working here all day.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Rabia, huh? Rabia, huh?
I have a permit. It's not like
Rabia, huh? Okay, Rabia. Your boss is smelly as the day is long. VersaLife. He's associated somewhat with VersaLife. Maybe he's one of the co-ops within the CEO department. Talking about making lives better. Let's see what you have to say about this.
I just came from the Udalek complex, Felice. Golem City. Those people haven't been relocated. They've been detained. And they're running out of supplies, of space, of hope.
I told you. We cannot control how the government handles Udalek. I was not even permitted to recruit there. If I did, I'd fill my quota in 30 minutes.
Shipping everyone to Rabia doesn't mean things would go differently. Augs are being dehumanized. You don't fix that with eco-friendly architecture.
There are two problems with Udalek. A construction problem and an ideological one. Mr. Brown learned from past mistakes, and now we have checks and balances in place to screen out the undesirable elements.
Checks and balances? What I saw in Golem City goes deeper than security screening.
Really? Then what do you think the problems are?
What the hell? Why is it just showing art terrorism? I just found out that her so-called Mr. Brown might be associated with VersaLife, the true bad guys of the story. Thought I would be given more options. Let's see what she says if I pick art terrorism. It's not them. It's someone using them.
ARC. They may have started as a civil rights group, but being locked up in Udalek changed that. They were cut off from society, unable to make their voices heard, so they militarized.
But they will be hurt in Rabia. We are offering a foundation, stability, for augmented people. Isn't that what they're asking for?
You're just putting them in a bigger walled city. They're still marginalized from the world, and now you're harboring a suspected terrorist group. You just turned the AUG problem into a rogue state.
I am sorry you don't believe in the power of a new beginning. I hope we prove you wrong.
So do I.
Talk, laddie, like I am not a citizen here.
Won't be proving anything wrong. You're a moron. Your boss is smelly as the day is long. You don't even know he's probably working with VersaLife. See, that's what's called ignorant ambition. You want to help society and help the poor and help people, you know, either funding for homelessness or funding for this. But people in the higher ups have other intentions. You piece of shit. You're supporting a terrorist. That's the problem, and that's true to life as well. If you aren't looking out who's the big boss and who's connected to the big boss, you could be making bad decisions. Your intentions are good, but you could be funding those who have ill intentions. You have to know who are your supporters, your politicians, and what their past is. Don't be ignorant. This game is perfect when it comes to that stuff. That's what I'm giving this game another point, another 2 points for that. 8.5. I like these ignorant fucks.
Even trust the department.
Oh, he'll track them over to business.
Where you going?
See, I knew it. I knew it. I love when I'm justified with what I've read. It's important to read things. I know running through a game is one thing. It's important to read things. I knew Rabia was smelly as the day is long. All of a sudden, the previous complex failed, and it went all ghetto to shit. And all of a sudden, this guy's back. It's all tied together. Magnificent storytelling.
Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Are you Johnny Gunn?
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
I think you know which one, and I think you know exactly why I'm here. Her body was found in an alley.
That didn't take long. You think I killed Angela, right? Based on what? Fact that some prejudiced cop told you I did?
So you did know already?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
Where were you tonight?
I was out killing Angie, doing whatever it is they did to her. That's what you think, isn't it?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I just want to know what happened.
Why? If anyone should want to track down the person who killed her, it should be me. But I choose not to. Case closed.
You don't care if her killer is caught or not?
No, I don't. I don't get off on vengeance. I say, let the bastard stir in his own damn guilt. Men who kill, I think they do it to get attention. They want to be caught. They want society to spank them just like their daddies did. Now, the real punishment for something like this is living with what you've done.
That's not how it works.
Why not?
For one, finding this killer will ensure they can't do it again. 2, society has a right to protect itself. And 3, where were you tonight?
In my apartment. Alone. No one but the cockroaches can confirm or deny shit. Convenient, right?
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean? Familiar how?
It doesn't mean anything. It's just that I dealt with the company a while back, that's all.
Really? You know, you look familiar. We didn't work together, did we? Hey, did you know Girardelli? Or maybe Powell?
No, I doubt I knew them personally.
That's too bad. We were all in New South Wales together. I thought maybe you... Never mind. And they're all doing fine now. Relatively.
Australia? You were there during the Civil War?
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but, Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want. Anyway, that was a long time ago.
You've had a hard time adjusting to life after Bell Tower.
No more than anyone else.
You sure you didn't go anywhere tonight?
I went to the bathroom. Twice.
You don't seem too broken up about Angela's death. She was your wife, wasn't she?
Ex-wife. We were divorced.
Is that supposed to explain why you don't care?
People die. Whether or not I care is between me and my memories of them. It's got nothing to do with you.
What went wrong with your marriage? If you got divorced, then obviously something did.
What are you, 5? Adults get sick of each other. The ones that don't are just pretending. Lock any 2 people in a room and they'll learn to hate each other sooner or later. It's the most natural thing in the world. I'm actually surprised Angie held out as long as she did. You know, people say I'm not very easy to like.
You don't say. So Angela left you, and you resented her for it.
Resented her? No. That's not who my resentment is directed toward right now.
You resent me? Because I'm trying to figure out who killed her?
Because you're treating me like a suspect. Because you're acting like you care more about her than I do. And mostly because you're the first human being to walk into my apartment and talk to me in almost a year. A year! And this is what we're talking about. I resent the situation.
This asshole. Even... oh my god, this guy's... he's a peach.
Anything else come to mind about Angela?
At night, her hair used to get in my nose and make it itchy. It was annoying, but nice. Made me feel human.
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you say.
It's horrifying.
Well, there you have it, folks. It sounds like UN resolution.
Quit screwing around.
Yeah! Dr. Christensen, for your honest and insightful perspective. This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to
Where you going?
from Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. Investors around the world today rejoiced at a decision by the Czech Republic. The bank's iconic blade facilities hold the largest and most
Son of a
secure data
bitch!
archiving vault in the world.
Why do I get the feeling this guy did murder her? Either that is he is the most nonchalant guy about his ex-wife getting killed, not caring ever.
Quit screwing around. Son of a bitch. Where you going? Where you going?
It's freedom of... In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can be.
Quit screwing around.
Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an elusive group of vigilante hackers for exposing big money corruption. What these journalists overlook, however, is the damage
That might be the fucking claim.
Shit! The collective shut down London's traffic, causing gridlock for hours, and preventing...
Area's clear. What's happening? Get to work.
Where you going?
Voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In
I
Russia,
hit it with my
hacked
car.
combat drones attacked
Problems anymore.
and in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the...
Don't think about that. You ever think about getting out of Prague?
Yeah, I know.
Between you and me, folks,
Why are you still here?
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you say.
reporting to you live from Picus.
There's nothing in this place.
Shit!
Nothing suspicious whatsoever at all.
Information archived within the walls.
Why are you still here?
Found your notebook, Johnny. You've been writing about Angie. Some of your descriptions resemble what happened to her.
You gonna arrest me for writing shitty poems? They're supposed to help me reconnect emotionally to things.
There's a lot of violence in the writing. You describe things that aren't that far off from what actually happened.
Breaking a line and breaking a neck aren't the same thing, are they now? Now you start pretending that they are, and you're no better than that lazy asshole detective. They don't like who I used to be, so they want to do whatever they can to put me away. That's all this is.
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you say.
Police worry about the Uyopke.
It's become impossible to cross.
Alright, I'll check around just one more time. Just one more time. I think that was all the evidence I needed, this poem. But it could be something else. Hidden behind boxes of stuff. I don't think there's anything else.
And the Human Restoration Act can give them.
It feels like he
while I'm down.
It feels like he murdered her. But at the same time, it's too obvious. This douchebag wrote a poem about screwing her over. And then she ends up dead. That's too clean. Way too clean.
Must be tripping.
But sometimes the craziest people are too clean. But it's way too clean. It's way too clean. Wait, okay, so that's not compelling evidence. You're right, that's not compelling evidence. A poem isn't compelling evidence. And the mission is saying find compelling evidence. So I might actually be right again. I mean, it feels too clean, but his behavior is weird. The jacket where he comes from.
Son of a bitch.
He mentioned that jacket. I wonder if I could check that jacket. I can't. Adam used to work for them.
You'd steal from me? Hey, asshole! You can't go in there!
The mission is telling me to find evidence in here, so it's not over. What the hell would it be?
screwing around.
Now that Sarah
asshole!
Industries
You can't go in there.
bankrupt and been summarily taken over by Taiyang Medical, we've really gone to Luton territory.
Hey, asshole! You can't go in there.
But we're currently just standing by and letting the most evil biotech company in the world become a monopoly.
Quit screwing around.
I already checked up there. The hell, man. Optional, find compelling evidence. Optional, find compelling evidence. I'd rather not rely on Mortag's gut feelings, but I should try and find something evidence that is Johnny to the murder to establish his innocence. Or establish his innocence. Okay, and I've tagged this mission, so based on the map, should still be in here or within the vicinity of this circle, so not technically in this room. So I was right, could be just within the vicinity of the circle itself.
Hey, asshole! You can't go in there!
No, but that doesn't make sense either, because when I look at the map, it's not glowing anymore. So it has to be back in the room. See, now it's glowing, so it has to be in the room.
Hey, asshole! You can't go in there! Why are you still here?
The things you wrote are evidence now.
I plead poetic license.
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you say. Why are you still here?
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you...
Yapping and get to work. You think the crackdown will hurt the business?
So there ain't gonna be no escape.
Son of a bitch!
Anytime.
screwing around.
Okay, so I have to think like the killer. Where would he hide evidence? He wouldn't hide it anywhere within his apartment, which doesn't make really much sense. But this is the game. Or maybe I'm supposed to take alcohol because the evidence is inside the alcohol. Let me try my inventory. Just this once. Got a little drunk, but it's very strange. I spoke to him as many times as I could. And there's no vents or anything. I can't move anything anymore in here. The drawers are open. I could just turn on the showers, but I can't go in.
One day I'm going to shoot you and no one will care. So you are certain you do not want in on this job?
Why are you still here?
I'm sure you won't mind if I look.
Whatever.
See the way he was giving me the eyeball earlier?
I wonder if this is one of those situations. If I throw this at his head, would he say? See, that doesn't make sense because anyone would act out violently if it hits them in the head. So doesn't mean that he's a killer if he starts shooting me for committing assault.
Where you going?
So you are certain you do not want to finish this job?
There are two aggressive people over here. I don't think they have anything to do with this dude, though.
Where you going?
Unless they do. But why would the option to tell me to keep searching his house?
Where you going? Quit screwing around.
Let's see what he'll say when intruders come in.
Why are you still here?
No.
I'm sure you won't mind if I look.
That doesn't do anything. That's the standard mechanics in the game. They will always investigate if a shooting happens.
Must be tripping.
Jesus, man, I don't want to throw this at his head. That doesn't seem like it makes sense. But the damn game is telling me it's in the damn room, in his apartment. Travel, I think I found enough, some light. Oh, okay, so the whole point was just to keep talking to him over and over. That's weird. So, okay, so that didn't really make sense. Like, okay, I already spoke to him with regards to the poem. So why would it make me speak to him about the poem a second time? There was no need for a second time.
Not finding anything. Papers, please.
Of course, officer.
One moment. Transmitting ID scan. Got it. Everything checks out. You're free to go. More than a few around.
Sorry, I need to run. Are we still having drinks tomorrow?
I'm just gonna get this little side mission over with, then I'm back on track with the main mission. I just need one more praxis. One more upgraded praxis and I should be good.
I have a permit. It's not like they did not see me working, are they?
I believe this last mission is a turning point. I might not be able to go back for some time. That's why I want to get at least one more praxis. In other words, the enemy is at the next level. That fake Ark guy, pretending to be Ark, Victor. I'm for Ark, I'm for Augmented. His fake ass. He's gonna be a problem. He's a big dude. It's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger type. Fighting him ain't gonna be easy. I need at least one or two more praxis.
Are you feeling all right?
Yes?
This can't be happening to me. Say.
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right? It's not enough that he's an AUG, and that your bosses want him to go down.
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't, I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
That's weird. He's a detective. And he's scared of Johnny Gunn? I don't buy it. I know his age is a problem, but all he has to do is call for backup. Something don't smell right about that.
How long have you been a cop?
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years. But that doesn't mean I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
So there it is. The only suspicious thing about him is that he's about to go in retirement. He doesn't want anything to kill him, even someone as weak as Johnny.
People hold a hell of a grudge against AUGs, ever since the incident.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? AUG or no AUG.
It's not that simple, and you know it. A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be. It's an instrument of those in power. A reflection of the society it protects.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Interpol.
Or maybe it's detective over here who's about to go on retirement and who needs one last case before he goes on retirement. It doesn't make sense. For an old man, he figures, if they send me off to jail, I'm old. I'm well above the age. I don't care in any way. But I want to have at least one thing to do because I've been sitting behind the desk. That seems more likely. But that's also too easy. Let's push him for more information.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
What can you tell me about the victim?
Gunn, Angela, married to Gunn, Johnny. The department rests its case.
Have there been a lot of murders in this area?
More than the average. I know I wouldn't live here. Not even if they paid me.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Were you able to get anything out of the witness? Sounded like she might have seen something.
Who? Little Miss Mousy? I was under the impression Daria was your domain. Apparently, I'm not good enough to talk to.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in evidence. But I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City, and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
Did the killer leave anything behind? Does anything strike you as odd?
I don't know. It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
Did you notice any signs of struggle?
Less than you might expect. She almost looks peaceful. Almost.
Less than you might expect. So there was struggle. But it's not that much struggle.
How do you think the murder happened? What do you think killed her exactly?
I think her husband is what killed her. And if she's lucky, it all happened very quickly. If not, not.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
Look, I didn't find who the killer is. Sometimes you have to admit there just isn't enough to go on. That the pieces don't fit. Not yet, anyway. But I do know Johnny Gunn didn't kill his wife.
How can you be sure?
I'm not sure, and I didn't say that. This goddamn game.
Swimming in nightmares, but he didn't butcher Angela.
Well, as compelling as that evidence is, I think I'd rather go with my gut feeling on this one. Someone has to pay, and Johnny's the best we have.
Nah, I'm dropping it down to
So you don't mind
8.4.
arresting an innocent man.
I'm sorry, but nothing you found proves his innocence. Besides, you met him, right? He is not a good man. I wish we had evidence that proved it, but, well, sometimes you go with what you have. As far as I'm concerned, we got our guy.
What if you didn't?
Then I'm still taking a dangerous man off the street. A man who I know for a fact used to be a mercenary. If it turns out that he's not guilty of this murder, then I'm not going to feel good about it.
Yeah. Makes two of us.
Hey, rookie! Get over here!
Yeah, I'm dropping it down to 8.2. Like, what the hell?
Time to wrap this up.
I mean, 8.4. What the hell?
All right.
I didn't say that the guy was innocent. I mean, exonerated doesn't necessarily say I'm on his side.
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
The police are arresting the victim's husband for the murder.
Okay. Does that mean I'm safe now?
I hope so. But just in case, if you ever need to reach me, you know how.
Thank you, but Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I mean, I always what I was about to say. Yeah, I already suspected the girl from the get-go, but I didn't fully suspect the girl. I consider her a victim. But after speaking with Johnny and after speaking with the detective and weighing both the pros and cons, and the fact that their higher up bosses want Johnny off the grid, that they're trying to get him out the way, means that he's a liability to them. The cop might be prejudiced, and he might want to have his last little action and crime scene. But based on what he's just said, that doesn't seem like it, like it's leading that direction. At least that's what's going on in my head. It's important to talk to people to get a sense of what they're saying, why they're saying it, and how they're saying it. So the detective is now on the sideline. And now the girl has returned into the spotlight. Johnny is also in the spotlight, but he's in a dim spotlight. The spotlight is now glowing bigger and deeper on the girl. Same thing I did with AI Somnium Files. I had a spotlight in my head with regards to any person that gets close to the spotlight. So now the girl is in that, has just came into the spotlight. She's not fully in it, but her feet is in the spotlight. Wait a minute, what the hell? What, it just ignored the whole thing with Johnny? Wait, hold on, I was in the middle of a case. The police, okay, so the game is saying Johnny's going to be arrested after I gave my opinion with regards to that. And so now the detective is going to arrest him, and if we're wrong and he's innocent, the game will reveal to us later on that he's wrong, or that we're wrong and he's the killer, or reveal to us later on that I was right and he's not the killer. So I don't get to investigate more into this. It just leaves it like, see, that's why I dropped it down to 8.4. That's bullshit. If it's going to give me a side mission to do, I want to do it all the way through. I wanted to decide the fate of the guy if I'm the goddamn detective as well. That's bullshit. I don't like that at all. Glad I dropped it down to 8.4. I did not agree with the detective, so all of a sudden he arrested him. But I didn't agree with Johnny either. Exonerate doesn't mean I'm siding with the guy. It just means I'm waiting for more evidence. But the game basically considers exoneration means I'm on his side. I don't fully believe the guy. I need more evidence. But the game is saying, well, this is as much evidence you're going to have. And then we're going to finish up that story. It's like, that's bullshit. If you're going to throw me a detective game within this game, or detective aspect within this game, let me solve it.
Come on, come on!
I didn't even get a praxis for that, man. Come on. They didn't even give me a praxis for that. I'll just do the mission, whatever.
You're all set now.
See, this is why I don't want to go. The games literally tell you all unfinished side quests will be cancelled if you leave. Are you sure you want to go now?
Not quite. Let me take care of some things first.
You know where I'll be.
This is the last mission going towards the game. But I'm pretty sure I've covered everything. Side missions, point of interest, everything's checked off. But I got shit ton of praxis. I mean, come on. 8. This one needs 2 more. This needs 2 more. So what it is, I gotta go praxis hunting. I'll do that in the next video. If the next video allows me to. Actually, you know what? It won't do it. If that's the last mission, I won't be able to go praxis hunting, so I'll have to cancel for... So today was my last... today will be my day of searching after I log off this video. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's it. I've done enough for today, and I'll search for the praxis on my own time. And then do the last mission of the game tomorrow. So I've done enough.